tips on how to blog for today's insurance professional.
All right. Thank you, Leslie. It's really great to be here to provide these important tips.
Thank you, Catherine. Thanks for doing this, and we look forward to getting all the information that you have. Let me start with asking some questions. One, what is today's insurance professional's blog?
So many of you remember how we used to have a Today's Insurance Professionals magazine. And so what happened a few years ago, we shifted from that physical magazine to a blog that you can just, at any time, you can go on our website and access the blog and read those important articles that insurance professionals write for our members.
Wonderful. So as a member of IAIP, can I contribute blog content?
Absolutely. Any member and anyone else can contribute blog content. And, so just feel free to write your content and get that to us.
How long should a blog be?
Okay, so if you write a Word document, you can see how many words you're writing, okay? And so we want 500 to 2,000 words. You could probably do 2,500 words, but that's kind of the range. 500 words is very short. I can write a 500-word blog in 1 hour. And so that kind of tells you that this isn't a extremely difficult task.
Wonderful. Well, that's good. So, and then once I do that, how do I submit my blog?
Okay, you're going to submit it to Betsy Blimline at marketing@iaip-ins.org. So that's marketing@iaip-ins.org, and that's Betsy Blimline. Or, you can probably email your blog to me at Catherine@norlaw.com, and I can pass it on. Or I'm sure that you know a leader at IAIP that would be happy to pass your blog on to the right people.
Good, wonderful. And then what topics can I write about?
Okay, you can write about anything insurance related. You can write something about professional development, about career issues, association issues. Use your imagination. What would you like to read about? What expertise do you have in the insurance industry? What have you learned from being a leader in IAIP? You use your imagination and think about what people would like to read about. And if you have a question about whether a blog topic would be either appropriate or interesting to others, run it by your association, run it by Betsy Blimline, run it by me, run it by your RVP, and I'm sure they can give you a hand with topics.
Wonderful. So if we had a topic before we write out the 500 to 2,500 words, you definitely want to share, see if it's something that you're on the fence about, share that with them and then to get wonderful. So can you share some tips for people who aren't writers?
Absolutely. Okay, so come up with your title, and you may change titles, or it might change as you go along. Come up with your idea and then create an outline. Or you could just freeform and just start writing. Okay, but the key thing is to edit, because your first draft isn't going to be very good. Edit, 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 and then read it out loud. That's where you're going to catch the grammatical errors. Do a spell check. A lot of people don't do that, but reading out loud is the key. And if you read it out loud and it passes the read out loud test, then and make those changes, because you'll know that you need changes when you read it out loud, then email it to a couple of your trusted colleagues or IAP members.
Mm-hmm.
Have them read it over and make any changes. But it's really important not to feel attacked when they suggest changes. When you're edited by other people, you have to learn how to take edits, because everyone who writes has to be able to do that. There will be edits, and I tell you, I've submitted things to an editor and came back all red with all these red markings, and I had to learn to put my ego aside and just make the changes and accept it. Okay, so don't let your ego get in the way. Just write away, write, and get that out there. And Betsy will edit it as well. Okay, so don't be afraid if you've never done any writing before. This is your first shot at being a writer.
Wow, that's good to know. That's excellent. So takes the fear out of doing it. If you're not, if you're not comfortable with your writing, I know people like to speak, but not necessarily put it down on paper. So that's good to know.
Sure.
So,
And,
go ahead.
Everyone has their own voice, and your voice needs to be heard. So let's hear it.
Wonderful. So can non-members contribute to the blog as well?
Sure, anyone can. And historically, we've had a lot of non-members write articles for our magazine, and it's no different now. If you know a non-member, or you have an article that you can get permission to use for our blog, let's do that. Let's submit those.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, there's a lot of excellent content out there that would be good to share. That's wonderful. Why should members contribute blog articles?
Well, I'm sure that you want to impress your boss. You want to add to your resume, but we also need to be leaders and influencers. And this is our opportunity to provide our information and give and inspire others and influence others using this as a forum.
Wow. Yeah, nice. And then how can members find the blogs to read and share?
Okay, well, I hope you have gone to our website at some point. It's internationalinsuranceprofessionals.org. And if you scroll down on the front page, it has recent blogs, and you can click on those recent blogs, and that's where you find those. And if you haven't had the opportunity to go there to our website, you need to do it, and especially to read those blogs and comment and like and share them with your fellow insurance professionals.
Wonderful. That's good. And do they email copies of those out to the members, or you just have to access it via the website?
You should be receiving emails that report the latest blog that was published. However, if you're not getting those emails, or if you don't pay attention to them, and you find yourself on a Saturday night with nothing else to do, please spend your evening reading our blogs.
But that's on my to-do list. Putting it on my to-do list. So what is most exciting about today's Insurance Professionals blog?
What's the most exciting thing about it?
Yes.
Well, frankly, I think it's really exciting, because I think it's an opportunity for people to contribute to a blog that never have blogged before. I mean, think about it. As a member of a local association or an MAL, you are learning so many things. You're learning how to be on a board. You're learning how to do public speaking. You're learning how to network with people. You're going to conferences maybe for the first time. You're doing so many things that you may never have done before. And this is, if you've never blogged before, this is your opportunity to do it in a safe environment. And if you find that you like it, you may start your own blog. Or if you're a super experienced blogger, hey, definitely, we need your talent. So it's really important for you to take advantage of all of these things that IAIP has to offer. So you're really taking advantage of your membership.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Catherine. That's excellent information and tips for all of us non-bloggers. Now we know how to do it, and hopefully we can build some excitement around that and get people blogging for IAIP's Today's Insurance Professionals.